Alright guys, so I got a new betta tank set up here, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about a betta tank setup and just kind of some things about bettas. They're often sold in those little cups, and the reason they can do this is bettas are pretty hardy fish, and they can actually gulp air kind of from the surface of the water. They're one of the few fish that can do this. So in those little cups they can still survive long enough to be sold or whatever, but they should not be kept in something like that, not even a larger goldfish bowl or even a larger tank without the proper heating and filtration. So I've got my tank set up here, and this is a 2.6 gallon. I'd recommend keeping them in at least a 2 gallon. You could even put them in a 10 gallon. They do well sometimes with some other community fish, so you might even be able to throw in like a couple snails or some community fish if you get a 10 gallon. But at least a 2 gallon with proper filtration. What I have here is a fluval spec tank. I've actually used these in the past. Gave one as a gift once to my dad actually, and put some fish in there for him. But these tanks are pretty cool because they have a filtration thing in the back. I'm going to show you a picture on my phone. As you can see, we can see the black in the back of the tank, and that is this section, and behind it there is a section where the filter is. This whole thing is a big filter pad with some bio cylinders and some carbon in there as well. And on the other side is the pump which circulates the water, and there is a heater in there. It didn't come with the tank. I threw a Hydro Theo 25-watt heater in there. So for bettas, they can't just live in a normal thing without filtration, but like I said, I have a heater in there too, and I have mine set, if I can zoom in here and get this focused, have mine set around 78 to 80 degrees, which is their ideal range. You never want to go under 74 degrees. So again, lots of people put these in fish bowls or whatever with nothing really in there, and most people's houses aren't over 74 degrees. So you definitely need a little heater in there. Depends on your size of your tank. Just get one for the size of your tank. 25 watts good for most betta tanks. If you're less than a gallon, you can get they got little in-tank kind of like flat heater pads that'll work good for a smaller tank. Bettas don't like a lot of water movement, so even though you got a filter, on this tank it had 3 settings. I put it on the slowest setting for the water pump there. But I also threw in some logs and vegetation, which I did for the purpose of slowing down the water movement, but it's also something all betta tanks should have. They like a planted tank, so they feel more secure in that environment. That's kind of more matches their natural place. So I want to put a lot of plants in there. Mine are fake. You can use real ones, fake ones, doesn't matter. And often people put a little leaf. You can buy these. It's a fake leaf. But bettas will sometimes supposedly go sit on like that leaf there. So I still need to throw in some gravel, and I've had my tank actually cycling here for probably about 2 weeks now. It's another thing you should know with any aquatic animal, bettas, other fish, even turtles, newts, everything. When you set up a new tank, you don't want to set it up the day you get your pet. You want to set up your tank, let it run for a couple weeks, and that'll start the biocycle of the water there. If you don't know about the biocycle, I got a video on it. You could search my channel for biocycle of water or nitrogen cycle, or look up other videos. There's a lot of them on YouTube. So set it up for a couple weeks, and we'll throw a betta in here soon. Still got to throw in some gravel, just haven't bought that yet or decided exactly what color. But we'll be doing that soon, and then I'll have more videos once we get the betta in there. So if you guys have any questions about betta keeping or any fish keeping, let me know. And we'll see y'all later. Happy pet keeping.